Lawrence, Kansas, the alarm clock won't be kind to WVU's football team Saturday morning. The Mountaineers stayed Friday night in Overland Park, a 35-mile trip from Lawrence, and will open up the Big 12 schedule at noon Eastern Time, but 11 a.m. Central Time, at 50,071-seat Memorial Stadium against the host Kansas Jayhawks. Yet while the clock won't be kind, the matchups should be for the visiting Mountaineers, 2-1, 22-point favorites. While WVU began the season losing to now number 13 Virginia Tech by a touchdown and blowing out East Carolina in Delaware State, Kansas, 1-2, is coming off losses to two Mid-American Conference schools in Central Michigan, 45-27, and Ohio, 42-30. Third-year Jayhawk coach David Beaty, though, is hopeful. "When you don't get the result you want, there's disappointment in all areas," he said. "But the thing that's very impressive with our group is the resiliency they have. Their willingness and understanding that each game is just one game. What you learn from it is going to be the big key as you move forward." Moving into this game, though, WVU seems to have a very strong upper hand. "Very talented. Very explosive," Beaty said of the Mountaineers. "It's always going to be a very big chore going against a Dana Holgorsen offense. He does such a good job offensively. And WVU defensive coordinator Tony Gibson does such a great job defensively. What they do with their 3-3 stack stuff is built for this league. He's one of the better guys in this league at adjusting. Obviously it's a great challenge, but it's one we're looking forward to." As should WVU quarterback Will Grier. The Mountaineers enter the game with the nation's number 10 passing offense, averaging 369.3 yards per game. The Kansas pass defense is ranked number 112, allowing an average of 297 yards. Some of that was against run-first Ohio. "A lot of times you're a lot closer than you thought you were," Beaty said this week. "That's true with us defensively. A few technique things here, a few technique things there. Our coaches are doing a good job Rolodexing to find schemes to fit our guys the best we can. We do have some young guys in that back end and some new guys. Those guys are learning to play together and mesh together and are working really hard to get it solved and fixed pretty quickly." The Mountaineers boast a receiving core that includes David Sills, who is tied for second nationally in receiving touchdowns, 5, Gary Jennings, who is number 13 in receiving yards per game, 121, and Marcus Sims, who has 3 receiving touchdowns and is averaging 7.3 yards per punt return and 47 yards a kickoff return. Kansas counters offensively with QB Peyton Bender, a Washington State transfer, who is number 10 nationally in passing yards a game, averaging 343.3. Against the two MAC schools, however, he threw 3 interceptions and just 2 touchdowns. Defensively, the Jayhawks have a star in defensive end Dorrance Armstrong, 6'4", 246 pounds, a unanimous preseason All-Big 12 selection. He's helped Kansas to a respectable number 59 national ranking against the run, 134 yards allowed a game, but the Jayhawks are number 104 in scoring defense, allowing 34.3 points a game. "They've done a good job of recruiting over the past couple of years," Holgorsen said. "The biggest thing I see is they're solid in all phases. They're doing what they're wanting to do. It's just a matter of getting a lot of their new guys caught up. They brought in a whole bunch of transfers. They have brand new players that are good."